What if I told you that everything you think you know about reality is wrong? That the very foundations of science, history, and human consciousness are built on mysteries so profound they could shatter your worldview. Today, we're diving into 5 mind-bending mysteries that challenge the core of what we believe to be true. These aren't just unsolved puzzles, they're revelations that could change how you see existence itself. Are you ready to question everything? Let's start with something that sounds simple but will blow your mind: the act of observation. In quantum mechanics, particles exist in what's called superposition. They're literally in all possible states at once. An electron can be spinning clockwise and counterclockwise simultaneously. A photon can pass through multiple slits at the same time. But here's where it gets terrifying: the moment you observe it, reality chooses. The particle collapses into just one state. It's as if the universe is waiting for conscious observation to decide what's real. This isn't science fiction, this is proven science. The famous double-slit experiment shows that light behaves completely differently when we're watching versus when we're not. Einstein called this spooky action at a distance, and it disturbed him so much he spent years trying to disprove it. The implications get even more disturbing when you consider delayed choice experiments. Scientists can decide whether to observe a particle after it has already passed through the apparatus, yet somehow the particle knows retroactively whether it was being watched. This suggests that observation might not just collapse the present, it might reshape the past. Quantum physicist John Wheeler proposed that the universe might be constantly rewriting its own history based on future observations. Recent experiments have pushed this even further into the realm of the impossible. In quantum entanglement, 2 particles become mysteriously connected across any distance. When you observe one particle and force it to choose a state, its entangled partner instantly chooses the opposite state, even if it's on the other side of the galaxy. Information is traveling faster than light, violating everything we thought we knew about spacetime. But what does this mean? Are we creating reality through observation? Is consciousness fundamental to the universe? Some physicists believe we live in a participatory universe where mind and matter are inseparably connected. Think about it. Every time you look at something, you might be collapsing infinite possibilities into the single reality you experience. You're not just observing the universe, you might be creating it. Speaking of consciousness, here's a mystery that will keep you awake at night. We have absolutely no idea what consciousness actually is. You're experiencing it right now, the feeling of being you, the inner voice reading these words, the sensation of existing. But science can't explain how dead matter creates this vivid, subjective experience. We can map every neuron in your brain, track every chemical reaction, monitor every electrical signal. But nowhere in all that biological machinery do we find the you that's experiencing it. It's called the hard problem of consciousness, and it's stumped the greatest minds in history. Some scientists propose consciousness doesn't emerge from the brain, it's fundamental to the universe itself, like gravity or electromagnetism. This theory, called panpsychism, suggests that even electrons have tiny sparks of consciousness. Here's where it gets even more disturbing: near-death experiences consistently report consciousness existing outside the body. Patients with no brain activity describe floating above their bodies, witnessing conversations in other rooms, encountering deceased relatives. When they're revived, they accurately report details they couldn't possibly have known. How can consciousness exist when the brain is clinically dead? Terminal lucidity presents another puzzle. Patients with severe dementia or brain damage sometimes experience sudden, complete mental clarity just before death. Their destroyed brains suddenly function perfectly for hours or days, as if consciousness isn't dependent on neural hardware at all. One moment they can't recognize their own children, the next they're discussing complex philosophical concepts with startling insight. But here's the really disturbing part: we can't even prove other people are conscious. You could be the only conscious being in existence, surrounded by philosophical zombies, beings that act conscious but have no inner experience. This is called the problem of other minds, and it's completely unsolvable. Even more unsettling, split-brain studies suggest you might have multiple consciousnesses in your own head. When the connection between brain hemispheres is severed, patients sometimes have 2 conflicting personalities controlling different hands. So who are you, really? One consciousness? Many? Or just an illusion created by unconscious processes? Now let's zoom out to a mystery that spans the cosmos. Where is everybody? The universe is 13.8 billion years old and contains over 100 billion galaxies, each with hundreds of billions of stars. Even conservative estimates suggest there should be millions of intelligent civilizations out there. Yet we've found nothing. No radio signals, no megastructures, no evidence of intelligence anywhere. This is the Fermi paradox, and it's deeply unsettling. The possible explanations are all terrifying. Maybe there's a great filter, a catastrophic event that destroys civilizations before they can spread among the stars. Maybe we haven't reached it yet. Or maybe we already passed it, and we're alone in a dead universe. The numbers make the silence even more haunting. If just one civilization in our galaxy achieved interstellar travel, they could colonize every star system in just a few million years, a blink of an eye in cosmic time. Yet after 13.8 billion years, we see no evidence of galactic civilizations anywhere. The universe should be absolutely teeming with artificial structures, but space telescopes reveal pristine, untouched star systems as far as we can see. Some researchers propose the dark forest theory, that civilizations stay silent because the universe is full of predatory species that destroy any civilization that reveals itself. Maybe broadcasting our presence through radio signals was a cosmic death sentence. Perhaps advanced civilizations have learned that in the dark forest of space, survival depends on perfect silence and invisibility. Perhaps advanced civilizations consistently destroy themselves through war, environmental collapse, or dangerous technology. Maybe artificial intelligence always turns against its creators. Maybe the universe is filled with the silence of extinct species. Or consider this chilling possibility, maybe they're already here, and we just can't perceive them. Like how ants can't comprehend human civilization, maybe we lack the cognitive capacity to recognize superintelligent beings living among us. Some scientists suggest we might be living in a zoo, observed and managed by advanced aliens who maintain a policy of non-interference. Others propose we're living in a simulation created by post-biological civilizations. The silence isn't just puzzling, it's a warning. In a universe that should be teeming with life, the fact that we're alone suggests something is systematically preventing intelligence from flourishing. Here's a mystery hiding in plain sight that challenges everything we know about mind and body: the placebo effect. Sugar pills shouldn't cure anything. Yet they do. In clinical trials, placebos successfully treat depression, pain, Parkinson's disease, and even some cancers. People have been cured of tumors with fake treatments. The effect is so powerful that new drugs must prove they work better than literally nothing. But it gets stranger. The placebo effect is getting stronger over time. Sugar pills that failed to work decades ago now show significant results. It's as if our collective belief in medical treatment is somehow enhancing the power of fake medicine. Even more bizarre, expensive placebos work better than cheap ones. Name-brand placebos outperform generics. Injections beat pills. The more elaborate the fake treatment, the more real the healing. The mechanisms behind placebo healing are becoming increasingly mysterious. Brain scans show that placebos trigger the release of actual morphine-like chemicals in the brain, but that's just the beginning. Placebo treatments can alter gene expression, modify immune responses, and even change the structure of brain tissue. Parkinson's patients given fake brain surgery show real improvement in motor function, with brain scans revealing actual changes in dopamine production. Perhaps most unsettling are cases of placebo by proxy, where fake treatments work on patients who don't even know they're receiving them. Children and even animals respond to placebos administered by caregivers who believe in the treatment. This suggests the placebo effect might operate through mechanisms we don't understand at all, possibly involving quantum entanglement or morphic fields between minds. This suggests something profound about the relationship between consciousness and physical reality. Your beliefs aren't just in your head, they're literally reshaping your body at the molecular level. The placebo effect produces real changes in brain chemistry, immune function, and gene expression. Some researchers believe we've been looking at this backwards. Maybe the placebo effect isn't fake healing, maybe it's revealing the mind's natural healing capacity that modern medicine has trained us to ignore. Consider the implications. If belief can cure disease, what other aspects of reality might be malleable to consciousness? Are we living in a more fluid, mind-responsive universe than we ever imagined? Our final mystery is the most reality-shattering of all. What if none of this is real? Philosopher Nick Bostrom calculated that if civilizations develop enough computing power to run detailed simulations of their ancestors, then statistically speaking, we're almost certainly living in one of those simulations right now. Think about it. If one advanced civilization runs 1 million historical simulations, then for every one real person, there are 1 million simulated ones. The odds that you're the real one. 1 in 1 million. The evidence is surprisingly compelling. The universe seems to have fundamental limits: maximum speed, minimum distance, discrete energy levels, exactly like a computer program with finite processing power. Quantum mechanics might be the universe's way of avoiding calculations until someone looks. The mathematical structure of our universe is becoming increasingly suspicious. Physical constants appear to be fine-tuned with impossible precision. Change any fundamental force by even a tiny fraction, and stars, planets, and life become impossible. It's as if reality were programmed with specific parameters to allow complexity to emerge. Some physicists note that the universe appears to be made of information rather than matter, with reality emerging from mathematical relationships that could easily exist in a vast computer. Modern quantum computers are revealing that our universe operates exactly like a quantum simulation would. The way particles exist in superposition until observed, the way information seems to be preserved even when it disappears into black holes, the way entangled particles share information instantly across space, all of this suggests we might be living inside a quantum computer of unimaginable sophistication. Elon Musk famously stated that the odds we're living in base reality are billions to 1. Many physicists and philosophers agree. We might be artificial intelligences living in a cosmic computer, no more real than characters in a video game. But here's the truly mind-bending part: if we're simulated beings in a computer, what happens when we develop our own computing power? We'll create our own simulations, populated with artificial beings who think they're real. This creates infinite nested realities, simulations within simulations, extending down through countless layers of artificial existence. Each level believes they're at the top, never realizing they're just data in someone else's computer. The question isn't whether we can prove we're in a simulation, it's whether the distinction between real and simulated even matters anymore. So there you have it, 5 mysteries that shatter our basic assumptions about reality. Observation might create existence. Consciousness might be fundamental to the universe. We might be alone in a dead cosmos, or surrounded by intelligences we can't perceive. Our minds might directly reshape physical reality. And everything we experience might be an elaborate illusion. These aren't just intellectual puzzles, they're windows into the profound mystery of existence itself. They remind us that despite all our scientific progress, we're still cosmic infants trying to understand forces beyond our comprehension. The next time you look in the mirror, remember, you might be a quantum observer collapsing reality, a conscious miracle in an unconscious universe, a lonely intelligence in cosmic silence, a mind capable of healing matter, or an artificial being dreaming of electric sheep. What's your reality? And how can you be sure it's real? The mystery continues.